Oh man, what's up guys? What's up? Just coming up. Let's see here. Sorry, things are moving fast here. Holy crap. Make sure my audio, everything's good. Let's see here. Sorry, things are moving fast. All right, we're good to go. All right, so oh man, didn't mean to come up with a stream this early, but let's check out some things. We have some crazy things going on right now in the market. Crazy things going on. You guys can see Milady just took a massive drop. Massive drop. You guys can see right here, we basically, from where we were at yesterday to where we're at right now, currently sitting, we're down about 34%, but we dropped all the way down 43%. And this is all because Bitcoin had just made a massive drop. Bitcoin almost down for the day, almost $3,000 in just a few hours. This is a big move right here. Big move. Let's see here. So I just posted a video, and as I was posting the video about Milady, things were moving down. And I'm posting the video and stuff like that. But my God, after the video ended, I sat there and looked. I just looked at what was going on, and we just bottomed out for Bitcoin particularly. We bottomed out at around 41,500, which was, we're still up, right? Obviously, over that 40,000 mark is what we still want to see, no matter what. But just dropping that much from yesterday, hitting about 46,000 to where we just dropped, is a very big move for Bitcoin. Milady's market cap went down 32%, and actually, this is not even when we were at the prime of the bottom just a little while ago. The market cap was around $34 million. So you can see the influx of money that has come in and out, as far as really going out, but eating up that dip as well. During the video that I just posted, I bought in. It was at like the 60 mark. I added to my bag, and after I ended the stream, this thing literally dropped 20% within, like 30 seconds. It dropped down to about 40. Where were we at here? We dropped down to about 41, and I was able to add and buy that dip right there. We bounced cleanly off this 200-day moving average. You guys see that? Literally clean off the 200-day moving average. This was an unprecedented drop right here. This is insane. And what I think is going on is, I think we are seeing basically a big sell the news kind of thing as far as for Bitcoin. I think we're seeing a big sell the news for Bitcoin particularly, and that's because of the ETF that's supposed to be getting approved today. Now, I have been scouring through the internet to see maybe if there's anything else that maybe has come out that's maybe causing this crazy dip, but I can't see anything. I can't see anything as far as what's going on with what's causing this dip. So the only thing I can think of is what I did see is that the ETF is supposed to be getting approved today. Today obviously is January the 3rd. It's early in the morning. It's around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I know if you're over in California, you're still sleeping. Maybe if you're across the pond, it's midday over there. But in America, I'd say 90% of the people are still sleeping. This dip is just craziness. Absolutely craziness, right? Now, again, looking at Bitcoin, we did bottom out at around the 41,400 mark. That was, and we'll look at it from where the actual drop occurred. So we said basically right here at around the 45.1, dropping down to where it bottomed, an 8% drop. That doesn't sound crazy, right? But if you think of something that's almost worth $1 trillion, 8% is massive. That's a massive drop just to happen within minutes. Not even within like a few days. Within minutes, this thing dropped down. Now, for Milady, you can see we did bottom out right here at the 41. And since we did bottom out, we have gone back up 25%. Isn't that crazy? So what I bought in down here, I'm already up 25% from that dip. But it really doesn't matter because I bought in right at the 60 mark as well, right? I bought in at that 60 mark, and then I had to go and add more down here at the 41. Just absolutely craziness. This right here was an opportunity right here, a massive opportunity to really get in, because I mean, we pretty much, if you think about it, we wrote off all these gains right here whenever we dropped down. When we dropped down to here, we wrote off all those gains. So this was a big dip right here. So Marlon was saying, "Oh no, time to buy more maybe." I mean, right now you're getting a big opportunity, right? But I will say, Marlon, honestly, that opportunity was like about 5 minutes ago when it dropped down to that 41. That was a hell of an opportunity right there. Now, who knows? Maybe we'll come back down and retest it, but you can see, like I just mapped out, we dropped down to there and we bounced 25% like within minutes, right? Within minutes, that dip was eaten up. And the reason is because the market cap now is only at $37 million. When we drop down, imagine another 25% off this 37, we were down to about $30 million for the market cap. So that, I mean, you saw money just flow out and then money come flying right back in. Let's look at Gate.io. I'm sure the sells are absolutely dominating, and they are. You can see the sells right now are at around 95% sells, and then buys are only at about 5%. So you can see, the massive sell-off that we've seen. And this isn't just for Milady. This was a whole market thing right here. And we'll check a couple other projects to see how bad everything was really hit. But Bitcoin trying to recover. And, I think that we are going to see some recovery. But I think what we're going to see is probably us stay within this channel. Most likely. We thought we were going to stay within this channel right here. And what I was anticipating was that the ETF was going to get approved sometime on the 5th. And then we're going to see somewhat of a sell-off, right? I remember I was anticipating somewhat of a move up towards this 47, pretty much this 48,000 mark. And then seeing a big sell-off coming back down and hopefully bouncing at our local highs that we're at right now. But for whatever reason, the news is out that supposedly, and this is all speculation until the confirmation is out, but speculating that the ETF was approved, and this is what you're seeing, a big sell the news kind of event right now. So Reels was asking me, what's up, bro? How do I feel about Milady right now? Well, I just bought in massively. I just added to my bag. When we dropped down towards this 41, I literally was buying. I just bought a massive bag in. So, I mean, that's how I feel about Milady. This was a beautiful opportunity, honestly, to either add to your bag, or if you've been sitting on the sidelines patiently, this was a beautiful spot to dive in. Because, I mean, you're seeing, like, you don't get this kind of, whatever is going on right now is massive manipulation. Massive. I'm talking about whoever caused this dip for Bitcoin sold off billions and billions of dollars for Bitcoin, right? And then you can see, obviously, it trickled to almost probably every project. And let's check out a few other projects right now that are meme coins to see how they're weathering the storm. So going over to our Bunk, you can see Bunk saw a massive drop as well, even adding a 0. But they looks like they've accumulated it back up. But let's see. Hold on here. I always go into the wrong Bunk. I think the UST right here. Yep. So I need to update this fib retracement, but Bunk almost dropped down to the bottom of this fib retracement, but you can see for Bunk where it moved was about 28%. 28%. Milady had a little bit more of a significant drop. We saw at the prime, you saw this drop right here. We saw Milady drop 38%, and the reason is because Milady's market cap is 1/20th of what Bunk is. So you're going to see a more of a dramatic move towards the downside when there's these crazy events going on, right? So you see Bunk took a massive hit. Let's look at Solana, because Solana's a big player in this game, and OMG, look at that drop. Solana dropped all the way down to $85. Let's map out. So where Solana was, Solana took a 22% drop. You're talking about a project that's worth billions and billions of dollars, dropping 22%. Oh man, you can look at this as two different ways, right? You can be scared, which I I honestly like. If you're scared, maybe crypto isn't the best place for you to be, right? Because things like this happen fairly often, right? But the way I look at it is I've been through this rodeo, I've been through all this before, and these dips, honestly, when I'm looking at these dips, it is nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I'm honestly just like, yes, and I'm taking advantage of these buys, and I'm catching this bottom, whatever project I'm in, I'm catching these bottoms, because these are where you make a lot of money right here, where you can really bring your average down, because we just got blessed with a 40% drop. Now, again, from the bottom of that 40% drop to where we're at right now, we've already moved up almost 27% from the bottom already. So think about that. It dropped down 27%, already came back in and ate up that drop. So someone was asking what happened. Why is every single crypto down about 10%? So what I am thinking is that I got word that the ETF for Bitcoin was approved, and I'm thinking that this is a big sell the news event where basically we were anticipating this to happen, but we were thinking that this was going to happen not as dramatic, and also not happening any like within probably around the 5th was when this was technically supposed to be occurring, right? They've had a deadline of the 5th to the 10th of January of this month, but for whatever reason, from what I'm hearing, is that the ETF was probably approved and they got confirmation of it. We haven't seen anything hit the headlines yet, right? But you got to remember, these big players, they already know what's going on before we do. And for whatever reason, there was a massive sell-off, and it's most likely going to be a sell the news rumor event where they're trying to get out of Bitcoin up here where it was at $46,000 because they were anticipating that there was probably going to be a big sell-off eventually for the sell the news rumor for this ETF being approved. And if you guys remember, we technically have been preparing for this drop. I wasn't anticipating this big of a drop this soon, but we were kind of anticipating this drop occurring, after the ETF was approved, but it being a very short-lived kind of a drop, right? Where it's going to occur, but I'm thinking that we most likely will start trickling ourselves back up as the smoke clears. So, yeah, exactly. Louis was saying don't join in, like don't fall into the scaredness because, at the end of the day, this happens in crypto, guys. I think you have to look at it as, are you taking advantage of this drop that we just saw, right? Are you taking advantage of this drop? I know I did. I was able to catch it right when it bounced off the 200-day moving average, which was around that 41 mark. I was able to catch in, but I did catch it on the way down too, which I kind of am like, was I bought it up here at around the 60, right? Because we technically have bounced off of this a couple times, so I bought it at the 60, and I mean within 5 minutes, we dropped 30+%. So someone was asking, I don't know, should we keep on and hold or sell because it might go down even further? Well, I will tell you that I'm not giving out financial advice, right? You have to figure it out on your own. But from what I've seen is that we're seeing this massive sell-off because of Bitcoin. But I think we might have seen the brunt of it, right? When you usually see these big candles form and they're usually instantaneously, it's just like a giga pump, it's a giga dump is what we just saw, right? But you can see we bottomed out at around the 41.4, and since then we have Bitcoin particularly has been eating up that dip where we've jumped back up towards around 42.3. So you can see for now, maybe we've bottomed out. Right? We don't know what today's going to bring. There's big players back there that we don't know that knows information that hasn't come out yet, released to the public. But what is telling me and what doesn't get me scared is that we made that drop and we made such a big move towards the upside, right? And same thing for Milady. We saw the drop and we bounced up 25% right after that drop. So for me, like I always tell you guys, I'm investing money that I don't need right now. I don't need for a very long time, hopefully, right? So if we do continue to drop, I'll continue to bring my average down. But at no means am I going to sit here and sell at a loss or sell at such a cheap price right now when, in long term, we're going to be definitely moving up. So that's why I always tell you guys, not financial advice, but make sure, that you're not putting yourself in a stressful environment as far as your investments. You don't want to put in money that you're going to need maybe in the next few weeks or the next few months or whatever the case may be, because if something like this happens, you could be forced to sell at a loss, right? And you don't want to deal with that. So let's see here, catching up. So Louis was saying the huge players already have their position. They aren't just buying as soon as they get the green sign. If you want to try and predict the market when this is, let's see here, this is in no one's control, you will probably lose. I might have another bet. I might have had better chances to buy my coins, maybe not going to sell. We'll keep buying. Exactly. You can't control the market, right? We're trying to see what the charts are telling us, but at the end of the day, just like a lot of people say, TA, technical analysis, right? It only goes so far. You can't predict if something like a massive whale is going to sell off and cause this big sell-off, right? And that could blow your charts right out of the water, So at the end of the day, like I keep saying, the best move for myself is just to take advantage of these dips and to keep bringing my average down. We're in this, this wild west called crypto, and anything can happen. But you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the risks, because those are the players that are making the big money, that are making the big moves. They had to risk it at some point, right? It's nerve-wracking. It is. It's nerve-wracking. Trust me, I understand. Just now, when I was starting the stream and I'm watching this thing literally drop within 5 minutes, I'll tell you, I've been in crypto for a while. I've been through bear markets. I've been through the bull market, right? And this dip right here is one of the ones that we will talk about for a while. I think the one in 2020 March, when all that happened, I think that was probably the most craziest dip that you'll ever see as far as Bitcoin. But this one right here was a big one, right? It was definitely a big one. So again, you can see where Bitcoin is at around 42,300. It just bounced up to 42,400 at its prime. When we were at the brunt of this big drop, you can see we bottomed out all the way at the 41.4. So we've already rebounded about $1,000, with Bitcoin. And like I keep saying, for Milady, you can see at this bottom around 41, we have recovered. Now we're around 32% that we've recovered. So, take it the way you can. Obviously, imagine if you sold down here at this bottom, you got scared, you sold, you just, you just missed out on 30%, right? So imagine if we can continue to recover, I'm thinking that we most likely will probably come back towards this channel. Maybe not all the way back up today, but possibly. Crypto is a crazy thing. It wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin goes right back up towards $43,000, $44,000 eventually here coming up soon. Or we could see more pain. That's the way it is. It's just crazy. So Louis was asking, when was my entry? You mean for today? My entry, I was able to catch it at the 41, but I already have a bag, so that 41 was below my average, so it was just bringing my average down. Right now, I'm average. I think I should be somewhere around like the 55 mark, so I'm pretty much where it's at. My portfolio right now, technically for Milady, is in the red, but I'm not really tripping because, like I said, I believe in this project long term, and I know this is going to be a massive meme coin whenever we get into this bull market. Because remember, one thing we always say, if you guys are new to this channel, Milady's market cap, go show me a meme coin that's on major exchanges right now that has a market cap of $38 million. Everything else is up hundreds of millions of dollars, or if not, already over $1 billion. So Milady has so much potential to really make some massive gains. For sure, for sure. Real quick, guys, while we are here, make sure I see we have 12 people here, right? I know it's early in the morning, not a lot of people here. Make sure you guys hit that like. Hit that like, all right? Make sure you guys hit the like, support the channel. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe. We always come live every day, usually around 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But obviously, given the unprecedented event that we've seen unfold in front of us, make sure we had to come out and definitely hit that live for sure. Now, one thing that I am looking at is look at this beautiful W that's formed right here. Hopefully we'll see a nice move towards the upside. You guys can see there's a beautiful W pattern forming right here at this bottom. A lot of times if this does play out, you'll see it towards the upside. So you never know. This could have been a massive, massive fake out right here, right? This thing could have been a massive fake out. We'll have to see how this plays out. Let me zoom in towards, because that chart right there that we were just looking at was the daily chart for on CoinMarketCap. So let me see if we see some kind of a W pattern forming right here. So let's see. So this was the bottom, obviously, right? Yeah, you can see. So the 20-day caught up to us. This is the 20-day moving average. Remember, we're zoomed in. We're looking at the 1 minute on the 1 day. So we're zoomed in on this chart dramatically, right? And you can see this was insane. This drop was massive, massive, massive. And right after that drop, though, you can see, almost immediately there was a 27% candle right here. Look at that. That's, to me, that's very bullish. It's very bullish because you can tell that there's a lot of people that are sitting here that are watching Milady particularly, and they're taking advantage of these dips, right? You can see it, they're immediately taking advantage of these dips. Now, if we dropped all the way down here and just sat right here, it'd be one thing. That'd be one thing. But the fact that we dropped such a dramatic drop, and then you saw just almost instantly a 20-30% candle form right after that bottom and just was ate up. Just ate up. That right there to me is very, very bullish on this project, and it's more of a bullish long term. Obviously, right now, we're still down. We're still down from where we were at just 20 minutes ago. We are down, but we have eaten the dip considerably. So if you guys are just joining, welcome. I know it's early, guys. Get the crust out of your eyes. We had some major events happen, particularly and I'm getting the crust out of my eyes. Even though I get up every morning around 5 a.m. I go to the gym and stuff. So I can only imagine if I was at the gym right now and this was going on, I'd be like putting all my weights down and be like, I gotta go. Flying out of there. I gotta go, guys. Sir, nope, can't talk to you right now. Gotta go. Bitcoin just dropped. JJ, what's up, brother? Morning. Thank you for being here. Make sure you guys, let me see here. All right, we got the likes up a little bit. I know it's early, and usually we have a lot bigger crowd here. It's early in the morning, and people are still sleeping. Imagine the people that are watching this after the fact. How are you guys doing? You guys missed a big drop today. Big drop. Now, let's see here. We are slowly trying to make our way back up, right? We're slowly trying to make our way back up. We are up about 30% from that drop that we currently saw. So we'll have to continue to watch. You can see OMG. Look at the buys to sell. This is delayed right here, but this is probably during the prime of when this drop happened. 98% sell pressure and only a 1.7% buy pressure. Isn't that absolutely insane? That is absolutely insane. I've never seen that for Milady yet. We saw it go up to 95 briefly after that big drop, but now seeing that's just insane. Let's go back in and see if maybe they updated it, because that is delayed, especially if we just bounced 30%. It's still telling us that it's at those numbers. That the sell pressure was insane that we just saw. That's craziness. So someone asked, what am I buying right now? Well, right now I'm currently talking to you guys. I'm not buying anything, right? But I did, like I said, I took advantage of this massive drop and added a big amount to my bag as far as Milady. But I'm sure if you were right now, a lot of projects are starting to rebound. But let's just go look at a couple projects. Anything that you particularly, the guy that asked this question, anything that you're particularly looking for that maybe you've been sitting on the sidelines, let me know. Look at ICP. ICP dropped down to $12. This thing just made a local high yesterday of $16. Let's see here. From the drop for ICP was about a 20% drop. And I think that's what you're going to see across the board is you're going to see a lot of these major projects all just dropped around 20%. When you start getting to projects like Milady that have very, very small market caps, the drop is going to be more dramatic, right? You're going to see more of a dramatic drop just because it doesn't take as much for the project to drop, versus some of these projects that are worth $7 billion. Solana's worth, massive amount. Bitcoin, obviously you saw Bitcoin drop down. It was about 6% drop instantly. A project that was technically, as of yesterday, almost $900 billion to drop down 6% takes a lot of money to make that move, right? It takes a lot of money for that to happen. Now, let me see here. ALI is another project that I am invested in, and let's just check to see what ALI is doing. Oh, man. I missed out. I should have definitely been looking to add to my bag on this one. ALI is another project that I'm invested in. It's an AI project. This market cap somewhere around 60. I would imagine now that it's down a little bit, around $60 million. So this is a one to watch. Still in play though, this bull flag. You can see this descendant triangle, bull flag, whatever you want to call it, still in play. Could see a massive spike up here. Not today, but maybe eventually. I'll move this over, move the pole over a little bit. So let's see here. What a crazy morning, right? What a absolutely crazy morning that we have seen. But you know what? If this was a big recovery and I was able to jump in and get prices at that low, I'm very happy. I'll tell you that right now. We did bounce. We're somewhere around 32%. So let's see what the market cap has climbed up to. So we're back up towards $40 million. You guys, I know because I was just starting the stream. For Milady particularly, do you guys know what the market cap dropped down to just about 30 minutes ago? It dropped down to $30 million. $30 million. So look at where we're at right now. $10 million has jumped right back in to Milady and ate that dip up. That's awesome. That's awesome right there. That's what you want to see, right? You want to see that happen. Michael, good morning, brother. Sorry to wake you up with such, this event right here, but man, I don't know if you were paying attention. We saw a massive drop, right? Let's see here. My phone is going absolutely bonkers right now. If there's any, while we're here, we're not going to be here for too long, but let me know if there's any other projects that you guys want to check out while we are here. We definitely can look at them. So Louis was asking me, why do I think Milady will move big? What's the narrative? Let's see, what narrative will it have? So for Milady particularly, I don't know, Louis, if you're new to the project, but for Milady, this was actually so how Milady started was off. It's a NFT line, right? NFTs really aren't in the limelight as of now, but Milady is one of the bigger NFT lines that's been building during a bear market, right? So it is based off of an NFT line that was tweeted. This got the jump off. This was tweeted by none other than Elon Musk that tweeted this particular meme coin, right? He put out, you can check, this was probably about 7 months ago. He put out a tweet of Milady's NFT, and this thing surged like 10,000%. Well, as we were continuing into that bear market, obviously it was a short-lived kind of event, and it kind of started trickling back down. But one thing it did was catch a lot of our attention because Milady was added to a lot of major exchanges where you can buy. You don't necessarily have to swap, like you have to do for a lot of meme coins right now. You have to go on to your Uniswaps or whatever dexes you have to get on to swap, to get those meme coins. Milady's already added on to a lot of big exchanges like KuCoin, Crypto.com. So you have access to a lot of investors as far as people coming into Milady. It's built a massive community in the last year, and there's a lot of talk that Binance and Coinbase are going to possibly be listing this project here in the near future. All that given with a $40 million market cap. You got to think a lot of these other projects that are on the major exchanges, not the ones that are down in the DeFi world, right? That are really, they're very small market cap, but they have very small volume. Milady has a very small market cap, but it's also has access, like I said, to a lot of major exchanges, to where people, the average user that doesn't know how to swap or anything like that, can go in and they can basically, just buy directly off of the exchanges that they're already involved with. So Milady has potential to really, really do some big things in this next bull market. It already has been set up, building up this foundation during this bear market, and where we're at right now. We saw, if we zoom out just a month ago, you can see on the charts right here what Milady has already done. Milady shot up hundreds and hundreds of percent a few weeks ago when everything else was doing really well. But since then, we have seen, a nice cool off, and we were starting to build some nice foundation, other than what obviously today, every project just saw this massive drop. But hopefully we can get back into this channel. And like I said, we're still on track for this bull market, for this thing to easily 10, 20, 30, 40x, in my opinion, if not more. So let's see here. So Michael was saying, I'm at work, saw it drop 62%, so I bought more, right? Good, I'm glad you were able to buy that bottom. And it says, look at index coop. Let's see here. Is this a DeFi project? Let me pull out my my dexes. Let's see here. So he says index coop. Is this going to be off of, is this an Ethereum? I believe this should be the project right here. Yeah, this thing had a nice move. You saw a lot, I will say is during this time, because I'm involved with DeFi as well, and you saw a lot of DeFi projects really get explosive, like towards the beginning of December, mid-December. Since then, they have been cooling off again, but I think it was just kind of letting everybody know, hey, DeFi is here. Don't forget about DeFi. And when we get into this bull market, and then alt season happens after we really get into the bull market, DeFi season always follows behind it, and things on DeFi start going absolutely bonkers. So a project like this definitely probably will do good in the DeFi whenever we get into that DeFi kind of narrative in the market, where a lot of people are looking for these hidden gems as far as in the DeFi. So definitely looks bullish. It's still up even as of today. You're going to notice that DeFi won't get hit as hard right now. This is usually a lag effect. So if the market doesn't recover, you'll see DeFi start getting a hit probably by later today or tomorrow, where you'll start seeing a bigger drop. But for right now, you're going to see the bigger projects really just going parallel with Bitcoin. You did see a dip on this project particularly, and I'm sure if you look at all the projects, they all look similar, as far as the drop right now, but it's not significant compared to something like Milady or what Bitcoin or Solana or any of the bigger projects right now, because DeFi usually is like a lag effect, and it's a lag effect on the pumps and a lag effect on the dumps as well. So, but definitely if you're got in anywhere like down here, I'm sure your portfolio is looking green right now as far as for this project. Me personally, for DeFi, anything that I've bought in during the bear market, I'm just holding, because DeFi season will be coming. It'll come out of nowhere, and all those projects, most of them, will literally start 2x and 3x in overnight. So real quick, just getting back onto Milady, we are, we're up almost 36% now. So you guys can see this dip from when we dropped, right? From this actual dip was probably about, we'll call it, the red candle started, we'll give it to right here on the 20-day SMA, was about a 40% dip, right? Some people saw a little bit more. Mike said he saw about 60%. I'm sure if you map it out from like up here, you'll see the 60%, but we're mapping from today when that red candle pretty much was confirmed. We're right here about the 69, 70 mark. We dropped down about 40%, right? But from since then, when we dropped down to that 40%, you can see we bounced off this 200-day moving average. And since then, we have bounced up, like I said, we've ate up the dip somewhere around 36, 37%. So with that being said, things are looking like we're getting back up to where we were at. Whatever the hell happened this morning was massive manipulation. And you can see even for Bitcoin, even though we did make this top as of yesterday around the 46,000, a little bit shy of the 46,000, we technically are right back in this descending triangle or this bull flag that we have been forming. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But, the fact that the dip did get eaten up, a considerable amount doesn't really scare me. It just tells me that we probably just witnessed some kind of a sell the news rumor as far as this ETF and all this happening. And you guys know, if you've been following the channel, we've been basically predicting that this was going to happen. We just didn't know it was going to happen this soon and that dramatic, right? So let's see here. Where can I find it? It's not on Robinhood. What are you looking for Milady? If you're looking for Milady particularly, as far as exchanges, you're going to see down here, or did I pass it? Let's see here. Right here. So these are going to be your top exchanges for per volume. Gate.io, Bybit. You can use Uniswap because this is an Ethereum Arbitrum. So it's on Ethereum, but it's really based on Arbitrum's ecosystem. But Arbitrum's a layer 2 on Ethereum. So you can always swap using Ethereum, Uniswap. You have KuCoin, BitGet, HTX, Bitmart. You also have Crypto.com as well. I'm pretty sure I said KuCoin as a major exchange. So you have major exchanges that you can, you got to find your jurisdiction as far as where, what kind of exchanges are offered in your area. But these are going to be your main exchanges per volume. Now, like I said, Crypto.com is a big player on here, but usually the volume isn't super high yet for Crypto.com. So now look at this beautiful W pattern that I said was playing out. You guys can see. Let me see here. I hate when it does this. What happened? We had a beautiful W pattern. Well, W pattern's not there, but it did form this beautiful W pattern, and that's why we're starting to move our way back up. So let's see here. So Louis was asking, what's the best way to play this bull run? I've been involved since last run and traded crypto and now different assets. I own ICP, Quant, Index, Samu. Only I believe these coins will do better, but there are better ways to play and have better returns. Louis, you're right. And what I always say is, you're going to have opportunity, right? The opportunity is always going to be out there. So if those are the particular projects like ICP, I know you're not, this is the first time I've seen you around here. Go check my page. ICP I've been covering since it was at $2, right? I actually just sold a big bag of ICP recently. Didn't catch the top, but I did sell off, and with the anticipation that we're going to see some kind of a cool off, eventually, right? And there really hasn't been, and that was my mistake, because ICP is a big project that I think has a lot of potential, and I've been saying this well before all these people are talking about it now. I've been screaming to the hills for the last year, ICP, right? Now, as far as, your other projects, you do your own research as far as those assets and stuff like that. But I mean, I will tell you, and I'm sure you're familiar, if you've been in the bull run, you know how it is, man. Most of the projects are going to go up, but some projects are going to do better than others, right? So you got to kind of figure out what's best for yourself. So someone was saying, okay, thanks, man, for the help. Have class in a few hours and I haven't slept. Good luck to everyone. Hopefully we make it. Yeah, no worries, brother. And make sure you hit that subscribe. We'll be back on live tonight around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys could always be here live. We'll have a lot of people chit-chatting later on. We know it's early in the morning right now, so a lot of people are still sleeping. But let's see here. So Louis said, bro, I remember watching your trading videos at $2. Oh, nice. Didn't look too deep into it though. Research now and realize wish I cared more then. It is what it is, right? Hindsight 2020. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, I can only tell, I can always, just give out my opinions. I can't force anybody to do anything, right? That's what I'm here for, is really just my knowledge, and what I've gathered being in the crypto market and stuff like that. And same thing with everybody else, as far as, everybody else being here. And that's why I always tell you guys, make sure you guys catch the live, because we have a lot of smart people that are in this community that come in and I learn stuff off of them, right? I learn, what's going on. So let's see here. So we have been moving up, but we are forming another little red candle, it looks like. So we'll see how this plays out. So Eller, what's up, brother? So Eller saying that Bitcoin may be leaving exchanges for ETF portfolios, says analysts. We'll have to look into that. And Mike was saying, I'll be here tonight. All right, brother. He's got to go to work. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see everybody tonight for sure. So we don't know exactly what happened today, right? We do know, obviously, we saw a big sell-off. I'm thinking that it definitely has something to do with ETFs. I'm going towards more of a sell the rumor kind of thing is what I'm thinking is going on. But I think as today goes on, we're going to find out really what's going on. It's still so early into whatever happened, so we don't have a lot of info out, right? So we'll keep mapping it. Like I keep telling everybody, I will be back here tonight around 6 o'clock. And Tony was saying Bitcoin long liquidations. Tony, people just got mopped. If you were long in Bitcoin, for this dip right here, just literally liquidated so much of Bitcoin, right? So much, everybody that was going long. And the bears are right now having their little fun, but don't worry, because they've been getting their ass handed to the last few weeks, and they definitely will continue, because once you're a bear, it's hard to get out of that bearish narrative. And don't worry, those longs will get their money back, hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. But again, I'm going to end it. I do have some stuff I have to take care of today, so I'm going to end this stream. I just wanted to come out and kind of give you guys what's going on and on my opinion and what I expect is going to happen. But I will see you guys tonight at around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful day. And don't worry about whatever's going on, right? It's out of our control, but long term, we're all bullish, so we'll be good. Again, guys, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.